Hi, my name is Debra R. Richardson of Debra R. Richardson LLC, and I work with you to help you clean up your vendor data, clean up your vendor processes so that you pay the right vendor. Now, this week's Vendor Master File tip of the week is when to create a new vendor record and what you should collect for all change requests. And I have to tell you, I've gotten several of the same questions related to changing or creating a new vendor record. And I'm thinking it's because the 1099s went out and now all the vendors that didn't tell you that they had a change in their information, that's really triggered them to let you know because it does or could affect their tax reporting. So let's get into that. So when to create a new vendor record? So first of all, if you have changes that relate to the vendor legal name, their I don't know, address, maybe even their banking information. That doesn't really require setting up a new vendor record. It just requires that you update the vendor record. What does require a new vendor record is a change to their IRS tax ID because the payment activity needs to follow the IRS tax ID. And so if you have a vendor that has a change to their tax ID, then you need to inactivate that original record and create a new one. For all other changes, you can update the existing vendor record. Now, what I do recommend that you collect during all change requests, or for all change requests, is the IRS's W-9 for U.S. vendors or the applicable IRS W-8 for non-U.S. vendors. And why do I say that? Because sometimes the vendors don't understand that you do need to know if they change their tax ID and or the legal name. And so they may submit a change of banking to you so that they can get paid, right? Because that's what they're focusing on. But they may not understand that they need to let you know that they were acquired or they changed their information, which actually triggered the bank change, right? Triggered them to get a new account, but they don't know that you need to know that the legal name and or tax ID changed. And so if you require an IRS W-9 or the applicable IRS W-8 form, then you can identify when that has occurred and make the applicable changes. Now, if you would like some more direction on that additional resource, I will have a link to a blog post I did, and it's called When an Existing U.S.-Based Vendor Changes Their Legal Name or Tax ID or Both, and it just gives you some additional considerations and validations and maybe some other things that you may need to collect in that scenario. All right, so if you would like more information on how to improve your vendor process, please go to my website at deborarrichardson.com for free tools and resources to avoid fraud, regulatory fines, and just overall bad vendor data. And if you would like over 149 annual hours of training for your vendor team, check out the Vendor Process Training Center at training.deborarrichardson.com. So good luck and be sure to subscribe and hit the notification bell to be notified next Tuesday for the next Vendor Master File tip of the week.